Hi, it's Carl from the Crypto Experiment. This is just a quick video on the iCenter Lite Bot calculator. Some of you may have seen this one. This is just an example of how you put in your start date, etc., your investment amount, and it's going to work out how many days you have remaining, so you can keep track of your investments. But this video is about something that's been requested quite a few times, and that is a way to work out how your investment is working if it is compounding. So I've done a lot of work on this, and finally I have produced a compounding spreadsheet for iCenter. So here it is. So I'm going to go over this and talk to you about this calculator, how it works, and how it will show you what your total return will be if you start to compound, okay, and how that effect happens. Okay, so I've put in here 7.2. This is where you'd put your initial investment. So I've put 7.2. The reason I've put that in is because that's going to return 0.1 and above every day, so you can reinvest every day if you want. If you put a lower amount in, obviously that is going to change. We'll go over that in a second. Next to it here is the value of that investment if you didn't compound. So 7.2, 99-day return would be 9.979, and your profit would be 2.7792. Under here you can put in whatever you want. So this is just an example. If you want to put 30 in, it's going to tell you what the return would be on 30 Litecoin. Okay, 60, and so on. Okay, so you can put in any figure you want there. That's just the no compounding. Then we have total return here, and today's value in Litecoin for that, in US dollars for that amount of Litecoin. Okay. Then we have our rule, which I'll go over shortly. Underneath, we have a breakdown of each month, and this is at the end of each month. So if we didn't compound with this 7.2, at the end of month 1, we're going to have 3.024 Litecoin. We're going to get a daily return of 0.1008, and the value in US dollars for that month would be $579.47. Okay, and you're going to see that when it gets to month 4, it's going to go all to 0 because we've hit the end of that term. This is based on monthly. The term is 99 days, so it's slightly into month 4, but it won't show that in there. Okay, so it's only going to round it to the nearest month. Okay, and gives you an idea how your investments are performing for you, and that will come clear shortly. Okay, so let's go down to the actual main calculator. So because we put 7.2 in here, it's now calculating everything on 7.2, and we have at the minute it's set to no for compound, so it's not going to compound. So the question I get asked is, how long, if we didn't compound, would it take to get my seed money back, my initial investment back? Well, the answer is 72 days. And if we scroll down, we're going to get to 72 days. Here we go. There you go. So 7.2576 is the return on your investment, or on your balance here as well. So that's when you're going to get back your seed money, on day 72. And then after that, it's pure profit. So you have to wait 72 days before you've withdrawn enough to get your seed money back out of iCenter. And then if we just go across here, so this is the return on investment, this is the amount of reinvested, nothing here at the moment, balance, total invested, 99-day expired. Okay, so if we scroll down here, you're going to get to day 99, 7.2, which has expired. Okay, so that's that loan finished, if you like. That's the end of your term, and from then on, it's going to be a balance of 9.972 in your account, obviously because we haven't withdrawn anything. If we withdrew, then that would go to 0. So if I put 9.9 792 in here. Now our balance is 0. We've withdrawn it, and it's going to show here that we've withdrawn it as well. Okay, so just click undo on that one. Then we've got here return per day, including capital. So that's what you're getting per day, and this is the actual profit excluding capital. So that's the profit you're making on that investment per day. Okay. Then we have a commission reinvest column. So if you have got referrals underneath you, you can add those in when you wish. Okay, the amounts that you've got from commissions, or if you want to reinvest some more, you can put that in this column as well. So if, for example, if I wanted to reinvest one Litecoin here, it's going to up the balance. Okay, just go with that. Now, something to take note of on this sheet is it's only working on their base rate. Okay, so currently they're doing an offer. That wouldn't be in here. Okay, so it's just the base rate, which is 1.4% daily return. That's all this sheet will calculate, because I can't put in, I don't know when they're going to do these offers. So it's just on the base rate. So this is the basic, this is the minimum, if you like. So you can actually get more from it, from iCenter, but this is based on the base rate. Okay, so let's scroll all the way back up to the top. We know that it's day 72 that you'd get your investment back. So I just want to go over a couple of strategies that are good. Okay, now before we get into my one, which is a 60-40 rule, I just want to show you actually, if you reinvest for a little bit and you want to get your seed money out as quick as possible, yeah, if you didn't reinvest, it's 72 days. Okay, but if we reinvested, okay, for, oh, let me just put a yes in here. And as you see, when I put the yes in these, it's going to show you the amount that it's reinvesting. Okay, and I'm going to do this for 20 days. Okay, now this might be too long for you, it might not be, but we've reinvested for 20 days. Okay, now before we look up here, okay, I want to scroll down. This is when we originally could get our investment out, day 72. Now it's basically day 74 and a half. Okay, it's day 75 be 73. It's day 74, 7.1881. So literally 2 days later, you can get your initial investment out. Okay, and that's for reinvesting for an extra 10 days, extra 20 days at the start. So it makes sense. Okay, this is probably the closest you're going to get to that 72. Reinvest for the first 20 days, and you are still going to be able to withdraw around about day 72 your full initial investment. But what it's done is, you look here on the total return, you're going to now get 10.870108 Litecoin compared to 9.979. Okay, so that's nearly one Litecoin that you have earned just by reinvesting for those first 20 days. And if you did it a little bit more, let's say 25 days, how much of an effect is that going to have down here? With day 76. Okay, so now 4 days later, you can withdraw, which you could have done if you hadn't compounded. Okay, to day 72. So if you didn't compound, day 72, compounding has now made it day 76. So 4 days later, and now we're getting 11.13 Litecoin. So nearly, yeah, over a Litecoin extra, and not really risking any more. Okay, because you're not going to be able to get your return until day 72 anyway. Okay, so now it's just 4 days later. So that's one method if you want to get your investment out as quick as you can. Okay, and you can play around with this. You can put yes, 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 maybe down to 30 days, see what that does. That's entirely up to you. So that's a way of getting your money out as quick as you can and getting the most benefit out of this. Okay, so let's now look at the 60-40 rule. This is what I'm going to imply, and it's a way of reinvesting into iCenter, growing your investment, and also withdrawing money out. Okay, so it's going to basically allow you to withdraw a certain amount of money out every single month. So you're kind of making a little bit of an income, and at the same time growing your investment. Okay, so what we do is we invest for the first 18 days. Okay, so this is the first part of the 60-40. So 18 days is basically 60% of 30 days. And then I've put little markers here for you. Okay, and then for the next 12 days we're not going to reinvest. Okay, so we're just going to let that balance grow. Okay, and you'll see here that the balance is starting to grow. And then when we get to day 30, we're going to say, right, we want to withdraw some Litecoin out of iCenter. Okay, what have we got? We've got 1.5535, which is here. But by clicking this yes button here, it's going to actually withdraw 40%. Okay, so if I press yes to here, it's now put in a withdrawal figure, which you're going to have to put into your iCenter Telegram bot, and that's the amount you're going to withdraw. Okay, which is 40%. So now the remaining 60%, it's going to reinvest when we click on this yes button on day 31. Okay, so by doing this, we're building the account up, because we are first of all reinvesting for 60% of the time, and now we're only withdrawing 40% of the money. So the other 60% is going back in, and that's going to build up our account, and at the same time we're going to be able to withdraw money from iCenter. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, which is that basically that little segment, and I'm just going to do a paste to here, which is going to take us to day 60. And I'm going to do a paste here, which is going to take us to day 90, and I'm going to do a paste here, it's going to take us to day 120. And then on the other side, I'm just going to do withdrawals on those. So day 60, we're going to withdraw. Again, it's withdrawing 40%. Okay, and now it's reinvesting the rest. Okay, we go down. We're going to day 90, we're going to do another withdrawal. And it's now withdrawn 1.23 Litecoin, okay, which is about $200 today. Okay, at the end of that month, you've withdrawn 200 Litecoin. And now that's after 3 months. So now we're going to 4 month territory. We're going to withdraw again. It's taken 40% off, and it's withdrawn 1.09 Litecoin. Now you guys that are eagle-eyed will be seeing that that's actually gone down from the previous month's withdrawal, and the reason for that is if we get to day 99, we did have an expiry of that big initial investment. Okay, so that's expired, so it's obviously going to have an effect on that withdrawal, but now it's going to start building up again. Okay, so we've got to 1.9. The total amount we've withdrawn, which is going to show here, is 3.82. So we haven't originally got our original investment back. So obviously this is taking longer than the method I talked about earlier on. So now we're going to do another few blocks of reinvestments. So I'm just going to click on here, copy, and here paste 120. Do it again here, and again here. Okay, so day 150, say yes, and now you can see the Litecoin is building up again, 1.27. Our withdrawal balance is going up as well, and then day 180, which is basically 6 months. Okay, so in 6 months time, now we're withdrawing 1.42, and the total withdrawal is 6.53. And if we scroll down to day 110, which we did get up to, click on yes to that. Now we've got back 8.06148, so we've got our money back now after 7 months and a little bit more. We've just withdrawn 152.8049. Now everything from this point on is just pure profit. Okay, it's just pure profit, and you can't lose from this point on. Now, bearing in mind, this is just on the base rate. So if you've got commission, you can add it here. If they're doing an extra, it's 2.8% they're doing at the minute, this isn't going to have an effect in here. It's not going to show you it in this spreadsheet. So we could get to this point a lot quicker. Okay, but the reason I have done this is because now it's just something, a model that's just continually going to work. It's just continually going to work and grow your account and just give you a nice little income every single month. Okay, so let's just do a couple more. Copy this, paste, and paste, and paste. Okay, so we've got to day 10 to 40. Okay, so we're going to withdraw here. Yes, 1.7 Litecoin. And then we're going to get to here, 270, 1.872 Litecoin. And remember now, all of this, you've got your initial investment back. This is just free money, if you like. Day 300, yes, 2.05 Litecoin now. I didn't do a compound for this little section, so let's do another one here quickly. So I want to just get to 1 year. Okay, okay. So we're going to withdraw here, 2.26 Litecoin. And finally 360 days, which is nearly a year. Click yes, 2.48 Litecoins, and this is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Now let's say at this point you didn't want to reinvest anymore. Okay, you'd had enough. Up here is going to tell you what your investment is worth, 5,439 and 86, and that's excluding obviously the amounts that we have withdrawn. So this is just live data in there. If we just leave it now as no, it's going to slowly go down. You can see the amount invested is going down because the investments are getting to the 99 days and expiring. As we slowly go down, we're going to get to the point where we're going to get to 0, and your balance is going to be 27,351, which is up here. Okay, that's what you're going to have left in your account, which you could then withdraw. Okay, which is another $5,439 on top of what you've already withdrawn. So 18.44. Maybe I'll put a little US dollar thing in there as well, so you can get an idea of what the value is, US dollars that you have withdrawn. And you're going to see as well on here the breakdown of how things are working. So at the end of 6 months, that's what you could withdraw, 1,674. At the end of 12 months, you could withdraw 2,924 each month. Okay, but we have been withdrawing 40%. So that is the calculator. I'm just going to set all this back to no now. I'll just copy this and back to no. And just make sure I do it on the other side as well. Otherwise we're going to get some negative figures in. Okay, let's gone back. We haven't withdrawn anything. It's now set back to how it was. Now I've done this on 7.2, and if you did it on a lower amount, let's say put 0.5, maybe 0.5 is what you want to invest. Okay, and it's going to work on exactly the same principle, but you have to remember that it's not going to reinvest every day. So when we click yes here, it's not going to reinvest. You can see the amounts are not reinvested until it gets to 0.1 or above, because that's when we can reinvest. So when I click yes here on day 15, it's going to allow us to reinvest. Okay, continue to day 18, and then don't reinvest for the next 12 days using the 60/40 rule. We're going to have 0.1271 in our balance, but you're going to notice if I click yes here, we don't have enough to withdraw. Okay, because again, withdraw is at 0.1. So the 60/40 rule will not work for that amount. Okay, now you can, if you want to withdraw 0.1, you can just type it in manually and then do it again. Okay, so you're doing the first part of the 60/40 rule by reinvesting for 18 days. But it's going to take a while before you get to that point where you can do that 40%. Okay, so just bear that in mind. The 60/40 rule doesn't work on every amount. Now the minimum, I think, let's just have a look, 0.9. Would that be enough? Nope. So let's just change this to 1.1. Would that be enough? Yep, 1 would be enough. Yeah, so 1 Litecoin would be the minimum amount that you could invest to make the 60/40 rule work 100% all the way through. So for the reinvestment part and the withdrawal part, because you can see here 40% is 0.102, which we can withdraw, and now the account's going to start building. Okay, so just bear that in mind if you're going to do that ruling. It's only going to work on 1 Litecoin if you have invested 1 Litecoin. But again, this is on the base rate. It's not including extra little investments that people have put in, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the calculator. Play around with it. Do different strategies. Okay, that's just mine. That's what I'm using. That's what I'm doing. It's going to allow me to grow the account, build that account up, and have an income coming through every single month. Okay, and that's the idea. This is what I'm using iCenter for. So having an income every month and also growing the account, and that's why I'm using the 60/40 rule. Others will have different ways they want to do it. They want to just get their money out as quick as they can. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. Other people are just going to want to reinvest for every single day for 365 days. That is entirely up to you. But here's the sheet. I'll leave the information in the comments below this video, and then you'll be able to grab this sheet from me. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and give a big thumbs up if you like this video and if you like the spreadsheet, and any comments I will try and answer them as soon as I can. Thanks guys.